It's a silent disease that impacts nearly half of American adults and 1 in 5 kids. That's obesity.
More than 40% of Americans fit the medical definition for having obesity.
The CDC has released statistics that show people in more states are larger than ever.
Chronic disease defined by excess fat deposits that impair health.
I play for Orange County Wiffle Ball, which is a recreational league here at the Great Park in Irvine, California. This is basically my happy place in a way because I get to come here. I don't need to think about school or anything. I just come here, play ball, do something that's fun, and I get to stay active.
My clubs and activities are my outlet, especially with swimming. So if I wasn't in the swim class, I would not get exercise, probably. So even just like getting in the water and walking, it's like, yes, you're doing amazing. And it's like, feels good.
Daily physical activity helps with healing from depression, anxiety, increases your memory and your retention.
Line dance is derived from martial arts and it's a cultural art. So freshman year, I knew I wanted to be active because I had come from high school where I was like on the daily in the water for water polo or swim. So I was like, oh, I really need like a sport to like keep me fit, keep me active.
Less than 20% of our population actually does the guidelines for activity. From the young age, you don't have to worry about a decrease in cognitive function, but you will need to later on in life. And if you have that incorporated into your lifestyle, then it's easier to continue doing that rather than to try to pick it up 30 years from now. So the majority of people, exercise is a negative to them. They hear do exercise. It doesn't feel good to them. It feels like a stress. So changing the language, using challenging themselves physically as well as mentally.
It's something that I want to stay in, like voluntarily want to be and want to better myself. And it's not bettering because your coach is yelling at you, like you need to get better, you need to meet like this quota. And it's like a job, like being in those sports. But this one is very casual. It's very like, you're there for your friends, you're there for like teamwork. So it's like a very big family too.
I love you. I understand that this is a place where we can have random people come out and you're like, I have no idea who you are, but I know you have a common interest, which is wiffle ball. So it becomes like a place where you can find people who have common interests.
I'm also the president of the engineering club. I've met a lot of people who I would not have normally met. A lot of people who I'm now really good friends with that I would have never talked to. So if you're involved in things, then you make more meaningful connections and those people will push you to be your better self, which is, I mean, honestly, like, that's great.
Joining this league would be a way for me to continue to play sports, even if it's not with like, you know, a lot of stakes on hand.
Not everyone has the time to be like 110% all the time. And especially if that is not what you end up doing in your future, like going to the Olympics or something like that, it might not be your number one priority. So especially as a pre-med student, it's so important for there to be that option. Being like committed to the D3 or especially D1 is very hard. And unfortunately, that is why a lot of people quit and like lose their passion.
So it's not that you have to do exercise, but you do need to move. You don't have to go around the track and run around the track. Just walk, because that increased intensity will help to maintain your muscle fibers, which unfortunately most Americans begin to lose at about their mid-20s.
It gives you a break from school and it makes you feel better, just every way, like mentally, physically.
I'm a very active person, and when I don't work out, like during finals week, like I was going crazy. Like the stress of like doing your finals, stress of like work, just going outside is a lot.
Having a healthy mental health is as important as physical.
And I think everybody needs to at least, be a part of something, whether that's doing walking outside every once in a while, or if that's, coming out here and doing this stuff, right?
Take the opportunities to just move. Do activities that you normally don't do and incorporate them. You want to lead a full life, and that begins in your mid-20s.